So the one thing that we did do is we went out to a sandbar on Key West.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. That's cool.
It was a sandbar. You know, we got there. You're walking around in sand, and then the tide came in.
Yep, and you're treading water.
Yeah, and next thing you know, we're knee deep. Well, I'm knee deep. Everybody else is kind of shin deep. Welcome to another episode of Kosmo's Unfiltered, starring my boy Wes.
Starring my new mic stand.
I know, man. You look professional.
I don't have to be like down here now.
Hey, man, hey. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see you from down here.
That looks good, dude. I really like it.
It's really good.
Yeah, I like these stands.
Still working it out.
We're growing up. We're learning.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Making our own way. That's for sure.
On today's video, we're going to talk about all things steaks, and particularly steaks on a video that we just released
recently.
The hanger steak.
Yep.
And the flat iron, which
presentation points, they're not going to score high.
No.
They do not look like a standout steak. If you put them in a lineup with a porterhouse and a ribeye and a tomahawk, you ain't picking the hanger steak.
No, you will not pick
You
the
are
hanger
not
steak.
picking.
If you do, there's either one or two things. Either you don't know anything about steaks or you know everything about steaks.
Yep. Valid. Or you're just not very hungry.
That hanger steak that we cooked was stupid.
It was ridiculous.
Did we tell everybody what that rub was on the video?
Oh, you did? Yeah.
It will be out by then. I feel like we should show people. Can we show people now?
Who should we ask for permission?
Brittany. I don't want Brittany to rain hell on me.
Open the floodgates.
Yeah.
See, that's where you got to go
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You got to go all Grant Cardone on them. You got to go all undercover billionaire.
Yeah, maybe. Or
you're like, no.
I've touched the fence.
The electric fence.
I've felt the electrocution.
Okay.
And I know where the boundary is.
That's
but
fair. I don't want to, because I'm going to fly in, fly out. I don't want to interrupt.
Oh yeah. You'll let me go.
I don't want to feel. I will.
Sorry, boss. I didn't see nothing.
Oh, weird.
Boss.
No, I don't know anything about that.
I thought the same thing.
Strange.
Double pepper freaking cow cover. What? How did we miss that? Mm-hmm. How did we miss that for so long?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always been the chili powder you taste with that one.
Yeah, amongst the other stuff.
For sure, but that's been like when people say, I don't like a blank rub, they're talking about chili powder usually.
Right.
And it's not a bad rub, it's fantastic. But that double pepper made it something so different.
Next freaking...
I mean...
I tasted that and I was like, there is not, in my opinion, another rub on the market that tastes this good. Period.
It was good. Not too salty. The heat from the pepper is just like...
perfect.
Oh, man. I'm thinking about it again.
Perfect.
Well, the hanger steak was good, but the flat iron, though.
The flat iron was good. And I feel like if you have a good flat iron steak, it's almost like you would serve with that like a 3-ounce portion. So that would be like a whole, you would have an appetizer, a salad, and then your entree would be, either like 3 ounces of hanger steak or 4 ounces if you could muster it up.
Sure.
Or flat iron, with a nice like garlic, mashed potato, maybe some
whipped kind of,
maybe some broccoli or asparagus or something.
Some green shit, affectionately.
Green shit.
AKA.
Man, I have broken all the rules today. I look like this is how I look normally.
Yeah, this is quite standard.
Yeah, this is very standard. I got to dip in. I'm just,
It's called Kosmo Unfiltered for a reason.
Yeah.
Not Kosmo LinkedIn.
Kosmo LinkedIn. Cosmo after church camp.
Cosmo after church.
But those steaks, so how we cook them, typically we do a lot of indirect than direct.
Yep. With thicker cuts.
Yeah. But these, we went straight direct.
That was smart.
And they were fast.
They were.
I feel like as much charcoal as we put in there, we could have cooked
a brisket.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more steak.
Very hot.
Yeah, it was very hot that day. Phenomenal cuts.
I just think the beef flavor is the thing that's like
in that hanger steak.
Insane.
Dude, it's now I know I'm going to probably raise some, eyebrows by saying this, but I feel like both of those steaks left picanha in the dust.
Picanha is different, man. I feel like the fat is just a little bit too much because it's real thick on the bottom and it doesn't really get time to render.
No, it doesn't. That's why I like trimming it like
real
a
thin.
quarter inch.
We haven't made picanha in years.
I made some the other day. We actually that was one of our meats at the
down in Key
Rub
West,
and Tug at Key West.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to W Sauce. Oh, supporting
Burton Bear,
repping Burton Bear. Burton Bear. You've never met either one of them?
I couldn't go.
Bear and Bert are phenomenal, and Elliot's on their team. He does the marketing. Those guys are phenomenal. Their whole team is phenomenal, but like those are just
OGs,
good people. Good people.
Yeah,
just really, really good people. That was an amazing event. I feel like we could have a whole 2-hour podcast on that.
We need to call him.
I did. So the one thing that we did do is we went out to a sandbar on Key West.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. That's cool.
And it was a sandbar. We got there. You're walking around in sand, and then the tide came in.
Yep, and you're treading water.
Yeah, and next thing you know, we're knee deep. Well, I'm knee deep. Everybody else is kind of shin deep. But I was like, man, like whatever alcohol you drank, I burned it off.
Oh, you're moving.
I burned every bit of it off just wandering around out there.
Dude.
And
those pictures are cool, though.
There was a picture that we took. We were sitting there, and I was like, I was just sitting there, and I was like, hey, we should take a picture. And Max is there, Al's there, Meat Church is there, Heath Riles is there. Oh, my God. I can't even name everybody in the picture.
If that plane went down, all of barbecue would have died.
Yeah. I actually texted that picture out, and I put, you have no idea how much barbecue knowledge is in this picture.
Oh, yeah.
No idea. From around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Canada.
Isn't that where Max is from? Canada?
No, he lives in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah.
OGs. All the OGs are from Florida.
Yeah. Mike Starr was in there. Tone and Mike. Phenomenal people.
The crew.
Phenomenal. Yeah, Tone is one of the funniest guys I know. He reminds me a lot of Rick.
Nice. I miss Rick.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
No, he's still around. Tone's just very dry. Not dry, but he's just, he's not me. He's a man of few words. But man, when he says shit, he says some of the funny shit. I mean, some of the funniest shit. You sit there and like, you go, oh my, like it takes you a minute.
Sure, you got to catch up.
Yeah. I feel like I'm always catching up to what he's saying because he's just, he's such a, he's just out in front of.
Got that high level humor.
Yeah. And freaking hilarious. So, steaks.
And we're back. Picanha. We haven't made it. I haven't had any in a long time. But that's always been my take on it. It's just the fat is just a little too much.
Yeah.
Because it can be pretty thick on the bottom.
Yeah, and that's why I always trim it down.
Yeah.
Always trim it down. But I like cutting them into steaks and hot and fast.
Yep. Those little strips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how we've done it. Steak and the flat iron. If you could walk into a store and buy one, I'd just live there.
People wouldn't know what to do with it. They would grill it. It's I say there's a tendon in there or a ligament. That's almost what it feels like.
Yeah.
But I do know it's a different cut of meat. It's not like in a muscle body. It's actually in the inside of the cavity of the animal.
Oh, really?
Like an organ.
Huh. That's interesting.
I wonder if we have one. I doubt it.
I doubt it too. That's very, I didn't know that. So it's not like a, where's it at? Where does it come from?
Shit, you got me. Just on the inside somewhere.
The hanger steak comes from inside the cow.
Yeah, I tell you who's got a great video on it. The Bearded Butchers on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them break down the whole cow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they have an amazing video on it that really does a deep dive into it.
Where does the hanger steak come from? It is the plate belly of the cow. It hangs just below the animal's diaphragm.
Well, look at us. Learning shit.
Giving it this connoisseur's cut its name, the hanger steak.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That makes sense. The picture's like...
Gross.
No, I mean,
it's got like a lot of shit on the outside.
It's like a cartoon.
Now, the ones we cook, they're obviously already trimmed up. But
Sure.
if you have to trim that thing up, you're going to have to... First of all, you better have a sharp knife.
Yes.
You better know how to fillet. Mine was almost too sharp. My knife could have been a tad bit duller because if you look at the video when I'm filleting it off that ligament, you know, I actually accidentally go through it at one point. But you know, that's what happens when you have
you had that thing
super
sharp
knife. Yeah,
that's interesting. You learn more every day. Yeah, great steak.
More you know.
Highly recommend. I'd put that double pepper cow cover on anything.
Oh, dude, that double pepper cow cover.
We need to release it to the masses.
It is. It's coming. But you know, first the Q Club gets it.
Yep,
they get it first.
Yep. The OGs.
And then we'll release it to the lab, and then we'll send it out to the masses. But I think this is definitely a keeper. Absolutely a keeper.
Full on.
Absolute keeper. All right. Well, anything you want to add?
Hanger steak, flat iron. Cook both.
Rock and roll.
Try to pick a favorite. Can't go wrong.
No, absolutely not. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching or listening wherever you're from. As always, we do this for free, so share this with a friend. Leave us a comment down below. What's your favorite cut of steak, and have you tried the hanger steak and the flat iron? And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Cool.